frozen.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, wonderful stories. And everyone who has children, they know what you are talking about. So, any questions? Yes, Avichai.
So it's about world peace. Can you really make world peace? You know,
world peace?
Yeah, this week started with this, the one coming with the bow and arrow, killing a few people. Then yesterday in England, this friend from the parliament, you know, was stabbed. And then in Afghanistan, there were terror attacks. So world is coming to craziness.
Yes.
How can we really make it peaceful?
Yeah. So originally everything is very peaceful, you know, very, very peaceful and still and calm and no problem. But we come into this world and we don't understand anything. So human beings coming into this world, they want to control everything, but they cannot. They cannot even control when they come into this world, to which place they come, how long they stay, and when they leave. They can't control anything, but they want to control everything. So, and that makes our world very complicated. That's why it is so important that we come back to this original peace and stillness, that we get a taste. And you all, I'm sure you got a taste in this one day today or in these 2 days. Some of you started sitting yesterday. So this is very, very important to come back to that original point, which we call sometimes simply don't know, because it is beyond words, but it is a taste of this original peace, original stillness. Very, very important. Then, you know, we can also bring this energy back into this world. You know, Yakuf, you explained how simply your younger daughter responds. It's very simple. You know, what's your favorite song? Oh, this song is great, you know. Yes, wonderful. This is a wonderful toy. They don't need anything else. You know, but we want more. So this wanting more, wanting something creates lots of unpeaceful situations. We want something more. We're making something, making religions, making countries, making I and you, making right and wrong, making black and white, making Muslims and Jewish and Buddhists and Christians and whatever. And then we are holding, and that makes it really bad. We are holding. This is only true, and we are fighting for it. So this is what we experience in Afghanistan, in England, or in Norway, actually everywhere. Sometimes it becomes a big drama, you know, but actually the small drama is there all the time. Also in our lives. We are not necessarily, I hope you try hard, but let me guess, our life is also not always peaceful. Maybe not a big drama, yeah, not with an arrow and bow and knives and bombs. But this holding mind, this making, this was actually very simple. The Sansanim's teaching is very simple, you know, he uses these simple words. And he's using also these 3 words. Don't want anything, don't make anything, don't hold anything. If we succeed with that, not so much to do, yeah, only 3 things, then maybe we are a big step closer to world peace. So, however, we are sitting in this Dharma room, we are sitting on the cushion, we check in, you know, with this universal energy, we check in with this original peace and freedom and stillness. But still everything happens, in the evening we put on the TV and everything happened, Oh my God, what was it? I practiced so hard, no use. So that is again checking, that is again making something. There's these great sutras and they talk about this. The bodhisattvas come into this life again and again. They go through all this suffering, which appears with birth, which appears in life, which appears in having relationships, being part of a society, being part of a family. And then finally also old age, sickness and death. They experience all this and they come back in order just to try to help, give some input, give something. That's what we can do, just give something. And when we hear something about that, so give good energy into these places, towards these people who are suffering. Just give good energy. When I was in India, some of you know I frequently go to India, and in the 80s I studied there. And then I also started with my spiritual life actually in India. So I remember when we went to, we stayed a lot at the Bodh Gaya temple. In the 80s, it was not such a, I'm not sure, actually I haven't been there for a long time, but I heard it's lots of buildings, lots of temples, lots of people nowadays. That time it was more a calm place, actually a beautiful place, we loved it. And in front of this, in front of the main gate to the Mahabodhi temple, there were always some poor people sitting, widows and old people and poor people. It was a row, maybe 5, 6. And Namhi we were together, and we decided each time we go to this temple, we make sure we have some coins, have some coins and give everyone a few coins. So then we entered the temple giving the coins. But when we came out of the temple, maybe a little in the evening, or maybe a kind of rush hour for the temple, the line was much longer, not only 5, 6, maybe 15, 16, maybe 20. Oh yeah, they haven't received any coins. So we tried to give them, but at the same time, all the others also wanted coins. We always ran out of coins. At one point we understand, I believe it's not very comfortable to sit there and begging for coins of food. So that's really serious. But we can't feed all these people, right? We can't. And even we have a big pack of coins. At one point we run out of coins and the row will never end. So that's how it is. It will never end, but we continue to try. We continue to help. We continue to make peace. At least we, inside us, with our community, with our beloved ones. Even that is not so easy, as many of us know, Yeah. Even with family members. So start from there and actually start with yourself, Can you trust yourself? Do you like yourself? Are you at peace? So only don't know. This is the most important practice. Get a taste of this original peace, which is always there, always. And it will always remain. And maybe when human beings disappear from this planet, it will be more peaceful then, I'm not sure. I think the dinosaurs also had not a very peaceful environment. Anyway, we just try and we never stop and we just continue. And to these people in Norway, just send good energy. To these people in England and in Afghanistan, many places. So that's my answer, okay? Never give up, never give up. Even you think you gave enough coins for today. The row will never end and there will be more to do. No end. That's what you get. And if you practice, you will become more sensitive. Your antennas grow more. It's not only a small transistor, it's a big one. Parabol. And then you see even more suffering. Start with yourself, you know. That's the most important point. Then you are able to give peace to others. Okay, more questions? Looks like Odette is preparing.
Can we ask everybody hearing?
Yes.
When we sit, of course, we know there is a lot of thinking coming. And we try to stay with ourselves and not be attached to those thinking. But then, not so recently, I think somebody in our group, I think it was a saying of Zen Master Susang. He said, thinking is enlightenment. So my question is, I realize that when we think, if we don't judge, if we don't check, that's enlightenment. But when we sit and the thought are overcoming, and you just there in the thinking, think, with no checking, is that also enlightenment?
What do you think? Is it enlightenment?
Well, I try not to think.
Yeah, so keep that mind, okay? Keep this try not to think mind, which means don't know. And this don't know, you know, if you say enlightenment, you have a problem. You have enlightenment and non-enlightenment. You have a world full of distinctions. So that's why we rather don't say anything about enlightenment. If you say enlightenment, you're already making a big mistake. Maybe even wanting enlightenment, then you have two mistakes. You have the wanting and you have the enlightenment. So be careful. But if you are, you know, let's imagine that, and let's go back to that taste which many of you had, I'm sure, in this at least for 30 seconds on this Zen, during this Zen practicing day today, maybe 30 seconds of really peace. Maybe then a thought appeared and something, you know, but maybe this peace was there and everything was wonderful and complete. Nothing was missing. From that point, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you smell, taste or touch, even what you think becomes the truth. So that's a point, you know, and that is what Zen Master Sungsang is pointing. You know, one time I translated a lot for him, so I remember some parts, and this was a big issue, Odette. It's a good question. And I remember this, you know, he always said, don't think, don't check, you know, only keep don't know, okay? So yes, okay, wonderful. And it's a good teaching. For many of us, it's enough. But some smart ones, you know, they say, yes, but wait a minute. How is that possible that I don't think, you know, we have that capacity? How can I ever stop thinking? And then he would say, yeah, if you think, only think, okay? But if you check your thinking, that is thinking. So don't check your thinking, no problem. If thinking time, then just think, you know, oh, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, I should do it this way. Okay, let's write it down. No problem, okay? But if you're sitting there, oh, I'm thinking so much, maybe I shouldn't think. That's the problem. That's the checking part. That is where you suddenly go into a power circuit. You say power circuit? You know, the energy is using itself for nothing. Checking is a horrible energy waste. Don't do that. You know, thinking time, no problem. Don't fight the thinking. Maybe it's very important and you have a wonderful insight and you can tell others and you can help someone with that clarity. Okay, no problem. That is enlightenment, yes. That is truth, that is correct. Maybe wonderful actions come out of that. But be careful. Usually our thinking controls us, and that is the problem. Our ideas, our opinion, our ideologies, you know. I am this and you are that. In this moment, it's a big tragedy, or possible tragedy appears out from there, because we are close maybe also to fight that. And we already talked about that. That's the end of peace and unity and connectedness. So very important, you know, one sutra calls it, make everything as eine Angelegenheit, make everything that appears, make it as a gate to Buddha. Something like that, you know. Well, I'm not sure you like that. I liked it a lot, you know. Everything, make it a gate to Buddha. Even the thinking, you know, make it a gate. Make some use out of it for others, for this life, for connecting with others, for finding the truth. Whatever appears, make it a gate to Buddha. More questions? Actually, I have a story also, and let me check the time. So, I have a story which is actually dealing with what appeared so far in this meeting here. So there was a monk. It's a true story. It's a true story, and it happened in Japan or in China, I forgot. So there was a monk, you know, he became a monk not so long ago because his life was quite unclear, you know. He tried this and that and was not very happy with this and not very happy with family life and not very happy with his work, and he changed and tried that one and wasn't very happy with that. So all the time something what, you know, checking, you know, wanting something else, not at peace with himself and trying something else. And also as a monk, you know, he stayed at this temple, but this temple was maybe too noisy, you know, and at that temple, the teacher looked really stupid. And then he went to another place, and there the food was not so good. And another temple again, the teaching was really shallow, you know, all the time some opinion, some idea, some wanting mind, not enough mind. And he became kind of famous for that, how would you call it, you know, for this wandering around, not really trying something, getting, you know, producing some roots into something and really discover something. always kind of shallow, you know. Oh no, that's not for me. So going. So then one time, you know, he decided, he found out, maybe this is not so good, this kind of life. I should change something. I heard about this mountain temple. It's a beautiful temple at a beautiful spot, and the teacher, he has a great reputation. So our monk decided to go there and really to try hard, you know. This time I really try more than before. I really stay there. I want to stay the rest for my life at this temple. Yes, I go there. So he went with this strong determination. So he knocked at the door at the temple gate, and then, you know, somebody opened and immediately understood, oh, that monk, I met him before. So he told the abbot and the Zen master, this and this monk is in front of the gate. And then the Zen master said, cannot enter. So then this attendant said, you cannot enter this temple. I think it's a Japanese story, because, you know, in Japan it is a tradition to test the determination of the monks and nuns who are wandering around. And so this monk understood it. Okay, I have shown them my determination. And there was a place in front of the temple gate, and that was designed for those visitors to wait there and to practice. So they got a little food in the evening, they got some water, and they had to wait. So our monk waited, you know, full of determination. No, I will stay here. I want really to do something. I want to finally, you know, attain something. But the next day, you know, this attendant looked out and reported back to the abbot, this man is still there, cannot enter. So he was not allowed to enter. After 2 days, you know, they gave him a little food, and they don't rest. They are not supposed to rest, you know. Show their determination, sitting there. Oh, you know, he's practicing very hard, still there. But the Zen master refused him. So after the 3rd day, the Zen master went out to meet this monk. You want to visit the temple? Yes, master, I want to stay with you in this community. Please teach me. No, I cannot teach you. No, I want your teaching. I want to stay. I cannot believe you. No, please, I really want it. Nothing else I want but that. Oh, that sounds interesting. So you would even give up your life to come into this temple? Yes, I would do that. Okay. So what can you do? What can you really do good? Then our monk thought about it. Well, he was good for nothing, you know. He could do this a little and that for a little. So everything a little only. That was his style. But he remembered. He was a decent chess player. Chess, okay, you know chess. Well, he said, I can play chess. Okay, come in. And they set up a chess game. And then the Zen master asked for one of his monks. And then he explained the rules. First he explained the rules. So we will have a chess game here. And here I have a sword, a very sharp sword. And if you win, you can stay at this temple. But if you lose, you will be killed. And then he asked for someone in the monk assembly. So who wants to play against this man? But please understand, that rule also applies for you. If you lose the game, you will lose your life. But one monk, he trusted his teacher 100%. He said, I will play. So they had the game ready. And our monk, you know, he was there starting to sweat. Oh my God, what did I do, you know? I'm crazy. I should leave this place, you know. What? This is stupid. This kind of determination is really, I'm fucked here, you know, they will kill me. So he was really playing bad chess, you know, really not good, always checking, holding this idea of, I want to leave, you know, what did I do? Doubting what his decision, doubting everything, wanting something else again. Oh, so very nervous. But after some time, you know, he got focused. You know how chess is. Chess is maybe like sitting on the cushion. You have no chance, but sooner or later you get focused. And he made good moves. He was a good chess player. He was about to win the game. And then he understood, I will win. I will stay here. I will make it. Then, you know, for the first time, he looked up into the face of his opponent. And he could see a beautiful face, a beautiful monk, full of determination and trust. And then our monk got again a problem. I don't want this monk to get killed. But you know, the Zen Master was staying there, ready to hit. Then our monk made really, by purpose, bad moves in order to lose the game. And shortly before he would lose, the Zen Master hit the chess board. Game over. And he told this monk, keep this mind which is connecting, and this mind which is full of compassion. With this mind, you will attain everything. That's my story. This mind gives us great peace and love and connectedness. Yeah, this is the story from the chess player. Maybe some of you knew this story. I heard it from Ubong Sonsani many years ago. Maybe he also gave you this story many years ago. This story hits me very much, you know. Who can do that, you know? And, you know, we don't really feel it this way, that it's about life and death. Usually we don't feel it this way. But sooner or later it comes that way. Sooner or later. Because we don't know when we will leave this place. So be careful, be mindful, stay focused. What are you doing? Do it 100% and do it with love. That is Zen. So another story, another question. No more questions? We still have time. Good, everything became clear. Einat.
Sometimes in life, you need to make some fights. Like, let's say someone is trying to get minorities' rights.
I don't get it.
Sometimes someone has to make some fights in his life.
Decision?
Not decisions. He has to make some moves with actions that are against someone or against. So he has to make some fights.
Fight? Mm-hmm.
And it's not getting together with the peace that you were talking about. But so how you combine these two?
Yes. Oh, yes, I agree with you. You know, recently Igor Popsanim said it in a very beautiful way, actually quoting me, but I forgot that I said that. So he said something like, yeah, there is a harmony can be very dishonest. Dishonest, you say? Not honest. And sometimes a disharmony can be very honest, because finally we bring something onto the table and make something clear and bring something to the surface. So it's true, yeah. So don't get deceived. If something is wrong, name it and try to work on it so that it becomes correct. Make it correct. But you know, there is a saying. I like that. It's also from the Avatamsaka Sutra. They call even Buddhism everything. You know, they call the art of driving to the other shore. The art, they call it art. The art of driving to the other shore. So all teachings, all religions are only one art of driving to the other shore. Very beautiful, you know. That is when I really get the full taste of Buddhism, you know. Very tolerant. All teachings are fine. It's one other art. Art, you understand, right? To reach something, to attain something. And that is the most important. It's actually one of the 10 paramitas in Mahayana Buddhism. It's called upaya, the skillful means. So how we achieve that, how we achieve maybe some honest harmony, you know, honesty plus harmony. We bring it on the table, the problem, but we keep the harmony. We bring everything on the table, we tell something, we point to something, but at the same time it doesn't fall apart. That is called upaya in Sanskrit, which we say skillful means. It's an art of driving towards the peace and harmony and connectedness. How can we ever give up this connectedness? We are always connected. We are always I told about it. Originally, everything is at peace and calm and still and one. How can we ever give that up? But, you know, between earth and heaven, all things unfold in so many ways. And we have all this karma appear, or how can we call it? Conditional connectedness, causal nexus, cause effect. From all of us, cause and effect comes into this moment. From all of you. You know, from your family, you know, cause and effect brought you here today, to this place. Somebody else came for several different reasons. Somebody is in Koh Samui, but still he is there. You know, all kinds of cause effect coming together in this moment. How can that always work out? Sometimes it doesn't work out. Something is not coming smooth into the moment. Something is not coming in a good way into that situation. Yeah, then we must help to correct. So discover mistakes, discover problems, make correct, but come back to this harmony, to this connectedness. How can we ever give up that? Never give that up. I also sometimes, I'm also a big mouth, you know. I was introduced as the head teacher in Europe. It's true, I became the head teacher. But actually, because we had some problems inside the teachers group, you know, I'm only the second choice. But we had to speak up, finally. We need to talk about this. Yes, let's talk about it. We need to talk. And yeah, and the end of the talk, I was the head teacher, you know, but I don't worry, okay? We love each other, no problem. It was beautiful. We met last month in Berlin, all of us. Actually, 4 people were missing. They connected with Zoom. And we had a beautiful meeting. And yeah, sometimes there's a time of change. And in a time of change, usually a time of change is accompanied with problems, you know, with uncertainties, with doubts. If you have doubts and problems and uncertainties, that is usually a signal for something needs to be fixed, something needs to change, something needs to be spoken up. Like you said, Einat. Don't fight too much, okay? Don't never kill anyone. So don't fight too much, fight a little. I like that expression, you know. Use it as an art to achieve something. Again, you know, make it as a gate of Buddha, in other words. Make it a gate towards truth, towards Buddha, towards true, honest harmony. Well, that's a big word, yeah, true, honest harmony. Maybe too much, you know, but at least we try something of it. Yeah, that is my answer. But you are right, you are right. Well, but now I give you an opposite. I also would like to talk a little bit about just the opposite. One time I had a big problem with my wife. I'm still with, as you know, for 36 years we are a couple and it's beautiful, still beautiful. But there was a time when we had a big fight. And it happens, it was in Korea. And I went to Daebongsenim that time and attended the Dharma Talk. And he spoke about tolerance. 100% tolerance, 100% tolerance. He used this word 100% tolerance for 10 times in his Dharma Talk. Then I asked him, you know, 100% tolerance? How is that possible? You know, I just have a problem with my wife and I can't tolerate it. I want to fight it. But he insisted, 100% tolerance. Zen means 100% tolerance. Big teaching for me that time. And it was the right teaching for me that time. It was just the right thing for me. So it was his art of teaching me tolerance and peace. 100% tolerance is a big job, you know, not easy. But that's also there, you know, if you like, you choose the 100% tolerance or this very difficult path, you know, towards, how did I call it? Honest fighting, which leads to harmony. Sounds like difficult, more difficult than 100% tolerance. I would choose the 100% tolerance, actually. It's not so much drama. But you have to put it all down again and again, many things. No, but still, it's true. If something is wrong, point to it, make it better, help that it becomes better, and then put it down again. Okay? So you have a choice. The tolerance teaching is still good. Gal.
Thank you, Sansanim. I have a question, because we also have in our school this sentence, you eat your soup, I eat mine, right? So how does this connect with 100% tolerance?
Yes, well, you know, you are pointing to something which is applied just at the end. You tried this, you tried that, you tried this, you tried that. You told this person, another attack not permitted. Still he makes a mistake. Again he makes a mistake. Then you tell him, no, I don't acupuncture a dead cow. Still he makes a mistake. Okay, time for separation. That is also there, correct. You know, it's the same in our life. If we have a problem, let's come back to I never needed a mediation or something with my wife. But in 36 years, something appeared. We always were able to put it all down and make harmony again. However, you know, I would try that, you know, okay, the problem is there. Shall I immediately divorce her? No, let's try something. It didn't work out. Shall I now divorce her? No, let's try more. This doesn't work out. So maybe we go to some professional. You know, I know some professionals and they are psychologists usually, they are colleagues, and they have great, to stay in the pattern, great arts to solve problems, to go to the other shore. Yeah, and then you try that, and maybe it works out. If it doesn't work out, try something more. And maybe then, if you tried everything, like the Indians say, you know, the Native Americans say, try everything. But if the horse is dead, get off the horse. You know, same point, you know, you eat your soup, I eat my soup. Same point. But you must try very hard. First, don't make it too easy. Yeah. So what time is it now? I have always... Oh, okay, 20. Maybe one more question. Good. No question.
Yes, I have one.
Yeah, Ufa.
Yeah. Do you believe, Sansanim, that there are really problems? Because, you know, when I read we read the Klalei Minzar, the temple rules, he don't speak about problems over there. He just speak about water that are flowing from the mountain to the sea. And I mean, do you really believe that we human beings, actually once, like Avichai asked, it will be possible to see that there are no really problems, that really there is no problems? Is it possible? Because for 1 second I can feel it, as you say, on the cushion, and then I can kill myself the second, because I have, you know.
Yeah, you already answered it in a way, you know. First point, the problems of today are the solutions of tomorrow. That is a good saying, you know. So in our words, in our teachers' words, problems are great teachers. Or in the pattern I use today, make problems a gate to Buddha. Make problems a gate back to your harmony and connectedness. Never give up that. But as you know, as long as we have I, my, me, as long as we have I want something, I want more, I want something else, as long as we have making something, I make you, I make right, I make wrong, I make Jewish and Palestinians and Christians, and I make good guys and idiots. And as long as I make this, I have problems. As long as I hold some ideas, I have problems. So originally, no problems. But our mind appears, many problems appear. Our mind disappears, no more problems. Our mind disappears means put it all down, come back to don't know. Come back to original peace and stillness and freedom. Then no problem. But as you said, you know, you come back to your life, back to this world of causality, of karma. We are confronted with problems. At best, we see it as a gate to Buddha, as a gate to harmony, as a gate to more wisdom. You know, a problem, you know, there are certain problems which are unsolvable. We cannot solve the problem of life and death. We will die. And we come into this world. We have no choice. We came some 40, 50 years ago. We came into this world 60 years ago, 61 in my case. Yeah, and actually that was the first problem, you know. I think, I imagine, and that's what I saw when my children were born. I had lots of peace in the womb of my mother, you know. It was warm and comfortable. I guess I wanted to stay there forever, but it was not possible. So a problem appeared. I had to fill my lungs with air. I think that was the first problem we experienced, all of us, you know. We had to carve out this fluid from the womb of our mother. We had to vomit. First thing we did was vomiting, coughing, experiencing incredible light and coldness. And in the case of my daughter, she immediately got an injection against hepatitis B, which is usual in Korea. They didn't even ask me, you know, it was kind of cruel. What are you doing? No problem, you stay away, you know, the father has nothing to say. They get the hepatitis injection, of course they get. So that's what we got when we were born. And then we get all kinds of things. Maybe we have a beautiful childhood. But then, you know, these hormones appear and we become a man and a woman. And then problems appear. Lots of problems, you know, about identity, about these strange feelings of love, all kinds of things. So we can't help that. As long as we have a body, we can't get rid of problems, but we can use them to get more wisdom, more skills, and to develop our art, to go to the other shore, to reach peace and harmony and love for the whole world. That is our job. And that is again and again our job. And each time we have a problem, say, welcome. Oh, it helps me to get more wisdom. It helps me to develop my art, you know. Wonderful. That way it becomes the gate to Buddha. You remember this story. Now, my final story in this retreat. You know, there was a monk, I think many of you know this story. A monk came to Joju, Sonsanim. Joju, Zen Master, my meditation is so horrible. So much thinking, so much feelings. All the time I'm distracted, you know, and I have lots of problems. What can I do? And he said, welcome. Welcome them. Yeah. And also he said, that will go. Then you know after 2 weeks, this monk came back to the Joju Zen Master. Zen Master, yeah, you were right. I used all this thinking and I looked into all these things and I could let it go. I finished it. Now my meditation is beautiful, so peaceful, like paradise. And then you know what Joju said? That will go. That will change. So don't hold anything. Don't make paradise, don't make problems, don't make anything. Just try. If problems and mistakes appear, fix them and then come back to love and harmony. That is Zen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sansane. We will now just organize the room back again. Please give us a few minutes to just organize. We will come back to sitting and finalize last sitting for this retreat. Thank you.